YouTube. Um, so I'm just gonna make a review and go live because I don't feel like uploading the fucking video. It's stupid. Just go live and talk about the fucking knives that you have, the review that you want to do that'll possibly help somebody out who is in the food industry business. Um, so what I want to talk about is these Japanese chef knives. This is the one that I've been using. As you can see, it's been used. I don't know if you can actually see, but this is a decent knife. Okay, a Japanese chef knife. So I used this for a minute, and as you can see, the dark handle from it being hands greasy, wet, whatever, food on it, and so I liked it. It was okay. So I bought another one. As you can see, the color in the two different chef knives and the handle. So this one's been used more than this one right here, and so I bought another one. And I do like these knives. Now I've been watching these reviews online, and these fucking people with their, I don't know, it seems like almost snobbery. And I'm looking at them, and I'm like, what's the difference between a regular chef knife that I bought for like 65 bucks, 60 bucks a piece, and a chef knife that you would pay $300, $400, $6,000 for? And then I hear them say, well, you can't cut tomatoes, you can't cut garlic, or your knife will rust. Now these people are paying for these knives at $6,000 a piece, for $400 a piece or more, for these knives that you can't cut shit with. You can't cut anything acidic with these knives. You can't wash them through a dish machine. I wash this through a dish machine. Um, even though I know I'm not supposed to, but it's still holding together. I washed it several times through a dish machine. It's durable. This knife, this is a cheap knife. It's durable, though the metal might be a little bit harder than 61 Rockwell, right? So it's a little bit harder to sharpen. You have to bring a grinding wheel to it just to sharpen it. But for the most part, if you hone it, it's going to last you a good bit. But that's not what I want to introduce to you. What I want to introduce to you is a cheap knife that I bought on Amazon for less than 50 bucks. And it does the job, and it does many more jobs, and it's considered a cleaver. This fucking knife right here chops. It has a slicing edge to it. You can see right here. This is the chopping edge right here. This is the slicing edge. Food doesn't stick to this knife. I bought this for like 35 bucks on Amazon. It has 3 herb strippers at the top. It can crack shellfish and bone right here. The handle is some kind of wood. I don't know, but it's fucking awesome. It's a full tang. This Japanese knife is not a full tang knife. This is not a full tang knife. It has a finger choil if you want, or a finger hole. It has a nice choil right here, so it doesn't hurt. And the weight of this knife does the work for you. The weight of this knife does the work for you. Oh, let me see what chat's saying. I don't know what chat's saying anyway. So, compared to the Japanese chef knife that everyone's talking about, and even these other knives, SV10, white steel 1, white steel 2. I'd rather have this motherfucker all day long than this piece of shit. I'm not gonna call this a piece of shit, but this chef knife is a good chef knife compared to what these high profile chefs are using. These knives that are, oh, you have to wipe it off as soon as you use it, and have take delicate. Look, you're in the kitchen. You have to produce. You don't have time to take care and baby your fucking knives in the kitchen. You don't. You want something reliable that you can put down and pick up, and it has multiple uses, purposes: chopping edge, slicing edge, herb stripper. You put your herbs in here and you strip it instead of stripping it with your fucking fingers. It has a shellfish cracker where you could crack shellfish right here and bone if you feel like it. And cracking nuts with this on this edge right here. That's what that's for. So I went and bought another one. And it's this long bad boy right here. Both of these knives are less than 50 bucks. And I've been using this knife. I bought two of these. I got one at the place I work with right now. I just leave it there. But this is for me, for my collection right here. So I've been using this bad boy right here. And I'm looking at all these YouTube videos and everyone's talking about the Gyuto, the Sentoku, the Bunka, the Deba, and all this bullshit, and the sashimi and the kiritsu, and none of those fucking knives does what this fucking knife does. This is a cleaver knife that does everything and then some. I've even filleted shit with this knife right here. I pull fat off of a fucking ribeye with this knife here, and trim fat off of roast with this knife here. This edge right here is so fucking sharp, and this chopping edge right here is a little bit thicker for chopping. So when I'm chopping, I'm doing like this, and when I'm slicing, I'm doing like this. And the weight, it's not that heavy where you can't handle it, but the weight does the work for you. What's up, man? That gun right there, that's a 25 caliber, what's it called? Avenger. Bullpup Avenger. It's like, it's as powerful as a fucking 22. That bitch goes. That is a badass fucking gun. That gun can kill just like a regular. It's a pellet gun, but it's so fucking powerful. It can kill. Literally can fucking kill. It's like it has a clip to it, and you just like, it's like a bolt action. Just go over and over and just keep shooting with it. Because I've been working in the kitchen for a very long time. I've been working in the kitchen since I was 9 years old, and then I went from kitchen hospitals. I managed many restaurants, and then I went to do warehouse work for a while, for like almost 10 years. And so what I'm talking about here is knives, and how if you go to these YouTube channels and they're talking about chef knives, what they're doing is they're overplaying. And these knives here, these Japanese knives are overrated, man. These Japanese knives here are overrated. These are more for like collectors. These aren't for people who use knives. These are for collectors. Now, these knives aren't as durable as this cleaver, or as strong, or as useful as this cleaver. And this cleaver has, I'm going to tell you the purposes of this fucking cleaver. It has a pointed edge for scoring. You can score fish if you want, or score your vegetables. It has, it's almost like a kiritsu, a Japanese knife kiritsu, just like that, because the tip is there, right? And then you got these 3 herb strippers for different size herbs like basil, thyme, and rosemary. You just pull it through and strip it. It has a chopper in the back. You can see the 2 different kinds of bevels. This bevel is for slicing, and this bevel right here is for chopping. Then it has a bone cracker, or a nut cracker, or a shellfish cracker right here on the edge. This knife, this is why I say, if you're gonna get a knife for your house, for your mom, for your girl, for anybody, your brother that cooks, your uncle, whoever, go to Amazon right now. You're gonna see this knife for less than 50 bucks. At the time, this knife was $35. This knife right here is every bit worth $1,000. Look at it. This knife right here is worth every bit 1,000 fucking bucks. So I went and got the other part to it, which is this knife here. Same herb stripper, same idea. With the bone cracker here, or bone breaker. Everything has a nut. Look at that finger choil in the back. That finger choil is there. Nice handle. It's a full tang. The back part of the tang is connected to the knife, so it'll never fall off. I've seen knives with this backspacer right here. This backspacer just falls off. But as you can see, it's connected to the tang. You're not gonna get a quality knife like this. You're not gonna get a quality cooking knife like this anywhere. I promise you. And not from these knives might go up, to be honest with you. So you go get a knife under $50, go get one of these two right here. These Japanese knives that all these motherfuckers on YouTube are talking about. Oh, get it in VG10. Get the metal or the steel in VG10 or white steel 1 or paper white steel 2. Go get the Keiretsu, the Bunka. No, fuck all that. Just go buy this motherfucker. Go buy several of these motherfuckers right here. Because this knife, the performance on this knife outworks the fuck out of this knife 10 times over. This knife can be hard on your wrist if you have bad wrists like I do. Because I have, the reason why I have bad wrists, I've been fighting, I have gout. I've been fighting all my life and my wrists are fucked up. Like serious, fucked up. So anything heavy that I hold in my knife in my hand, it hurts. If I have to push real hard. This knife is light, so I literally have to put my wrist into my cutting. This knife right here is just heavy enough for me to hold it where it doesn't hurt, and I just let the knife do the work. This knife is heavy enough that I let it do the work. There's no balance to it. There's no balance. Like a lot of people say, oh, you got to have balance. No, you don't really necessarily have to have balance to have a good knife. That's bullshit. Like you see people do this. That's balance to the knife because this is where your finger choil, this is where you choke up to right here, or you do this and you choke up to it and the balance is knife. No. If you have a knife that's heavy on the blade side, that's good because the blade is using its weight to help you. This knife is the shit right here. Now, I can't speak much for this knife because I haven't used this knife a lot, but I'm pretty sure that this knife will work just as good as this knife, this cleaver. This cleaver is the fucking shit. I don't care what nobody says. I've been in the kitchen a very long time, since I was 9 years old, and I've been cooking for a very long time, from Dante Street Deli in New Orleans to Shoney's to Penn Station Subs to Camellia Grill to a Thai restaurant to Chinese restaurants. Where else did I work? North Oaks Medical Center. I was the nutritional service supervisor there. I've worked under a chef at Emiliano's in Florida. I'm working under a chef right now. There is no fucking knife like this motherfucker right here. And this is years. This is over 40 years of experience. I worked at Cracker Barrel. I worked at Taco Bell. I worked at a lot of fucking restaurants. I worked at Church's Chicken. Where else I worked? I worked at Piccadilly. I worked at Perkins. I worked at Five Guys. Where else I worked? I worked in so many fucking restaurants, man. And I'm telling you guys this. This would be the perfect gift for anybody you have in your family. This knife right here is on Amazon. I don't know what it's called. Let's see. SYOKAMI. I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting paid from these people. You know me, I don't accept money like that. I try not to any fucking way. I don't monetize my channel. It's not about that. So, yeah. This knife right here. Take it from somebody who's been in the food business for a very fucking long time. This bad boy right here. This bad boy right here is the knife to have. I am fucking telling you this from the bottom of my heart. I've used plenty knives like this. I use the regular kitchen white handle knives, black handle knives, chef knives that look like this or shaped like this. I've been using this one in the kitchen for a while, and I switched to this one here. I switched to this one, and I like this cleaver knife 100 times more than I like this Japanese chef knife. I love this cleaver knife more than I like this chef knife. This knife does the work for me. This knife here, I have to use a little bit of muscle, and it hurts my wrist. I've been in the kitchen just that long. Oh yeah, I worked at Denny's. I worked so many restaurants, and I worked under a lot of chefs and a lot of experts, and I worked under people who weren't chefs who are now chefs. I worked for people who were going to culinary school to become chefs. I'm already a fucking chef in my mind. Half the shit that these chefs know, or half the shit that I know, these chefs don't even fucking know. I forget more shit in my lifetime than these chefs can fucking possibly learn. And a lot of shit that these chefs learn are like more like course meals. Like you see these Michelin star restaurants, which I think is also another fucking joke. These Michelin star restaurants is a fucking joke to me. A tire company judging a fucking restaurant and a chef. Think about that. They have Michelin. They call them Michelin inspectors, and they're trained to judge and taste food and look at the ambiance of a restaurant, and look at the service and the food and the people, and then judge it on how high class it is, or how many courses you have. But nowadays, the Michelin stars they've been giving them out to people and chefs who aren't even behind the kitchen, who aren't even in the kitchen. Yeah, I know a lot about the restaurant business. Shit, look, I could run my own fucking restaurant if I wanted to. I just choose not to because I know what kind of life that is. It's a very fucking hard ass fucking thing to do. I ran many kitchens for people. Oh, I ran a restaurant called Crazy Pigs, Big River Burrito Company. These motherfuckers were 5 stars on Facebook. Not Michelin stars, because of course these kinds of restaurants don't get Michelin stars. But I ran them, and when they were on Facebook, they were 5 stars. When I left, they went down to 3 and 4 stars. I worked at Big River fucking Burrito Company in Yankton, South Dakota. And when I quit, they went down. I worked for them motherfuckers 8 o'clock in the morning till like 11, 12 o'clock at night, every day, 7 days a week, for damn near a year. At $12 an hour, I was bringing home $2,000, $25,000, $3,000 checks. I sure enough fuck was. And I got that shit right here. I'll even prove that shit to y'all. Watch this shit. Y'all gonna be a fucking maze. Shit's crazy. This shit is crazy. I'll show it to you right now. How many hours I used to pull. Where the fuck is it? Yep, here they are right here. Just a few of them that I kept just to show. Let me see here. Big River fucking Burrito Company. Let's see how much was this check here. This check here says 1,000 net pay, $1,839. Let me see if I have any personal information here. Not really. But here. That's the net pay. There. You can see right there where it says net pay. Right here. And go over. And it says $1,830 some dollars. I know you guys can see that shit. Back up a little bit. That's just one. Here, let me get another one. This one here was $1,720. This restaurant business. You don't get checks like this in a restaurant business. This one was $1,720. $1,720 and 17 cents. Right there. Right here. $1,720 and 17 cents. What's the other one? I was pulling more than that. Way more. I pulled one that was like $2,500. There's another $1,900. I was killing them on the fucking hours. The take, let me see, this one here. No, this one was actually, they got me, they killed me on taxes. This one was almost $3,000 right here. but the take home was 1.9. This one was 21, I believe. 21,000. 21. Hold on, let me see how much this one was. Net paid was 23 here, 26 right here. Current says 26 minus $629 on taxes. This one was 2,397. Taxes was $557. Man, they killed me on taxes, bro. They took $500. This one was another $500 one that they took from me out of 2,200. And this was every 2 weeks. This shit was every 2 weeks that I got paid at $12 an hour. Think about that. At $12, I made that deal. I said I'll work for you for $12 an hour if you give me all the hours that I can get. And I fucking got them. Just imagine if I was making like $15 an hour or some shit like that. I really would have got their fucking ass. So, yeah. I bust my ass in the restaurant business. Always have. Worked at Walmart warehouse in their cafeteria too. They had some bullshit knives up in there. Yeah, these are my checks from fucking Big River Burrito Company in Yankton, South Dakota, man. Worked at Popeye's Chicken. I don't know, I worked a lot of Iron Skillet. So this is my review. These knives right here, don't go buying a Japanese chef knives unless you just want to collect and put it on your wall. Go buy something pragmatic and practical. This motherfucker right here. Or if this is too heavy for your wimpy ass, go get this one. This is a little bit lighter. Same concept, a little bit longer, same concept. Herb stripper, bone cracker, finger choil, finger hole, nice wooden handles, full tang. The clasp in the back here is connected to the tang. It's welded in with the tang, so it's not gonna fall off the back. These knives right here are fucking quality. Straight up quality. Go buy one, man. Go buy one. You're gonna thank me later. This knife you buy this knife here, you will throw every knife in your kitchen arsenal a fucking way. I promise you. You buy this one right here, you're gonna throw everything in your kitchen away and just keep this bad boy right here. You're gonna throw this away. You're gonna throw this away. You're gonna throw all your bullshit knives away. All of them. Go buy this or this. Go buy this for somebody in your family. Gonna make them happy. I promise you, you'll make them happy. Man, I've been in this business a long time. I've been cooking for a long time. Dante Street Deli in New Orleans on Dante Street, 736 Dante Street. I still remember the phone number. Yeah, the phone number doesn't exist anymore because the place is closed down now. It's 504-861-3634. And I was a kid working at 9 years old. I worked there all the way up to about 2021. Yeah, don't go buy you a Chinese knife like I've had Chinese knives in my collection for a long time. I've had Chinese knives in my collection for a long time. Don't go do it. Don't go buy these knives, man. Just go buy you this knife right here, and I'm gonna repeat what it is again. It's SYOKAMI, Soikami. It's either Japanese or Chinese. I don't know. It's a 7.7-inch cleaver knife. It has high carbon steel, German high carbon steel. So you know that's quality right there. And it's less than $50 on Amazon. So I don't know if this is a promotional thing and it might not be up for long. But damn it, I'm telling y'all, man. Go get you one. Go get you a fucking knife. One of these cleaver knives. Because the rest of this other shit is straight bullshit. These Japanese knives are nowadays they're becoming obsolete in my eyesight. but there's still people who collect them because they like the history behind the knives. They, it's all more in their fucking minds that these people buy these high end knives, or not high end. What it seems to be high end. What's up? Is that for circumcision? What do you do with that? Yeah, you can use it for circumcision. Is I could. Yeah, bro. That's, you know what? I don't understand that shit in some cities. In Texas, you could walk around with a machete on your hip, and the cops wouldn't care, because this state, Texas is like literally like the home of the free and the brave. That's what Texas. Yeah, when I was living in California, I was scared to carry a knife, bro, because I don't think you could carry anything bigger than 3 inches as far as pocket knives go. And as far as I used to collect knives too, pocket knives. I have videos on this channel right here with a bunch of pocket knives. And this is one also. This is another quality pocket knife for less than $60. You see a knife like this with a lock holder? See that lock holder right there? Push that lock, this little lock holder right here. You push it up, and the knife stays in place. It won't close on you on accident. So yeah, this is a rake knife, and they have like 5 or 6 of these steel rake knives. And let me see what the steel is. The steel is, oh, 14C28N. So I think a lot of the Kershaws have 8C28N or something like that. And I believe they do have 14. I think it's 8, 10, 12. It's below that. But this knife here is awesome, man. This is a beautiful, awesome ass pocket knife. I love that pocket knife. But this video was just for these chef knives, man. A lot of people, and this is what it looks like, y'all. This is what the case looks like. Because I just bought them. I bought this knife, I don't know, about a month ago. This one here. I bought 2 of these. One of them is at work that I'm using now. This one is just for me, for at home. For my collection. In my own knife bag. Here, I'll show you guys real quick. Now I've had this knife bag a long time. Look how old this knife bag is. I got an old ID right here so people know it's me if I ever lose this bag. It's not an old state ID right here. I just put it right there so people know the fuck is me. Turn it in. Now check this out. This knife bag is so fucking old. It's got tears and rips in it and shit. I've had this knife bag a long time, man. Let's see. Look at that whole rip right there. Old ass knife bag. But I need to get me a new one, so I'm gonna try to get a new knife bag. Get this to somebody who's just starting out or something. And I get my new one. Yeah, I've had this knife bag a long time. This is a Black Diamond knife bag. I got my Black Diamond knives. They in the kitchen right now. I don't even use them motherfuckers anymore. I'll just leave it here and just use it as is. But these knives here, I'm pulling these knives out on special occasions like Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner. When I'm going to cook something big, these knives are coming out. Other than that, they're going to stay right where the fuck they at. I'm pulling these knives out. And I'm keeping the little salt thing or whatever, this freshness pack in there. So my handles don't get mildew or anything like that. I'm taking care of these knives, man. Cherishing these knives right here. More than I cherish my Japanese knives that cost hundreds of dollars and shit. 65 is the lowest. This right here. No, sir, not me. Not buying Japanese knives anymore. No, I don't own a deli. I used to work at a deli. I worked there for damn near 9 years old to 21. So however many years that is. I sure the fuck worked there for a long ass time in New Orleans when I was growing up in New Orleans. I was working there, but I was also a fucking hood rat. I was taking care of my family, working at a deli. It wasn't just a deli; it was more of a restaurant than a deli. It used to be a deli where they just served like uh, cakes and meat and sandwiches, but they turned that bitch into a full blown fucking fancy ass restaurant. But they kept the name Dante Street Deli. When the owners changed over, they turned it into Dante's Kitchen. And when I quit, after a while, their food production and all that shit started to go downhill. Because I did go back once and tasted the food, and it was fucking horrible. I was like, man, this place is fucking garbage now compared to when I worked here. And Charlene and LB Pitts, they ran the deli. And they ran that deli like efficient like a motherfucker. But after Katrina, they closed that bitch down, and I don't know if they're open ever. But yeah, it was called Dante Street Deli, and Charlotte and LB Pitts ran it for a long time. Then they sold it to Russ, this gay couple called Russ and Paul, and they put a couple of their recipes in, but it was pretty much still the same kind of kitchen. And other than that, man, we fucking ran with that kitchen, and I grew up in that kitchen, and I loved that kitchen, man. I learned a lot of my cooking skills in that kitchen, and that kitchen was the kitchen where we sold the best foods. Like nowadays, as I'm grown, I'm starting to see like people, these different restaurants, their food isn't as good. Like Charlene and LB Pitts, when they ran Dante Street Deli, which is a full blown restaurant, they had many staples in their arsenal as far as food goes, and so many foods that they had was delicious, man. I'm talking about just delicious. Um, but once they sold the restaurant, Russ and Paul, they tried to keep up with the recipes, but basically they lost a lot of the recipes. And when new owners came in, a lot of that food turned to shit. It started to turn like this gourmet bullshit that these new age chefs are serving, as far as set like 17-course meals, all bullshit. See, when you serve something in small portions like that, you don't get like, and from eating something big like a big bowl of gumbo or and some bread on the side or catfish or a burger, you're eating something small, so you're getting like a limited span of flavors, or a certain amount of flavors that's only going to cater to the meal because it's so small. So you can add a lot of shit and make a lot of shit taste good when it's in small quantity, but can you do it in large quantities and have your guests still be fulfilled? That's the question. The answer is no. The answer is no. Can't do it. Then you see all these high class people. Oh, foie gras and caviar and truffle. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. I ask people all the time. I was like, "What do you think about caviar?" And I've tasted the shit, but I always make them believe like I haven't had it. I always make them believe like I never tasted it. Um, what do you think about truffle and caviar and foie gras? And they'll say, "Oh, I love it. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. A lot of that shit is bullshit. Truffle is so fucking light, and the thing with truffle is so fucking expensive. It's not really worth it. It's not worth it. People think it's worth it. It's more for notoriety. It's more because you. It's for people who want to be someone. That's what it is. It's for people who want to be somebody. You see, a lot of people go to a restaurant, and when they order steak, It's because they like steak and they're already established. But people who go to a restaurant and buy a tomahawk is because they want to be somebody that they're not. You got to think about the ego that comes into play when people are going out dying. It's their ego that's speaking. It's not. It's not anything else. It's their fucking ego. Give me some Salisbury steak or meatloaf with mashed potato, and I'm a happy fucking camper. Fuck the foie gras and caviar and all that bullshit. And how you make it look pretty. Fuck pretty. Give me something. Give me something that's wholesome and good, and something that I can down. That tastes good and delicious every bite. You know, you bring yourself to a 17, 20, 25, 26 course meal, and you ain't really doing shit. You got all these people, and then they charge you $30 a plate for something this small. So a lot of times you go into this restaurant, you're paying like $500 for a 17 course meal. That's $1,000 for a 26 course meal. It's bullshit, man. Straight bullshit. And these people are just making this shit up on a whim. All these high price, high class chefs or so called high class chefs. You want to know why I love Louisiana so much for their food? It's because a lot of these so called Michelin star chefs and these chefs that are from that are taught and went to school in Paris, in France. They have this big head on them because they went to school in France. But we all know the only reason why France and Paris and all that has them over 200 Michelin stars that's been given out to restaurants in France is because that's where the fuck they're from. That's where the fuck the Michelin tire people are from. The inspectors are from there. So they're fucking biased. So, oh, if you want to be a great chef, you have to go study in France. Oh, that's bullshit. I love the foods in Louisiana because they're mixed. It's a mixing bowl. And not just people from France have their hand in the pot. People from Africa, the Indians, the Creoles, the Cajuns, the Mexicans, they all have their part in that gumbo. So you can't pinpoint any one place that it came from because the word gumbo literally means okra in African. I don't know what tribe, but it literally means okra. Might be Cameroon, I don't know. So yeah, I love Louisiana for that fact. That these chefs, they can't touch the fucking food in Louisiana. A lot of these chefs like to steal and put a twist on other people's culture and bring it back home to the United States and call it their own. It's bullshit. Gordon Ramsay's good for that bullshit. Gordon Ramsay is good for going to other places and other people and stealing their fucking culture and stealing their foods and their ideas, coming back, putting a little twist on it and stamping it his. Gordon Ramsay's hamburger, Gordon Ramsay's steak, Gordon Ramsay's this, Gordon Ramsay's shark fin soup, all types of, I don't know if he has shark fin soup, but, you know, he puts his own fucking, he steals it, basically, what he does. He steals the recipe, calls it his. And if it wasn't for what's his name, I believe is Marcos Pierre White teaching Gordon Ramsay wouldn't be shit. Because Marcos, I believe, is one of the most influential people who has taught Gordon Ramsay how to fucking do what he does. So yeah, I've been in the kitchen a long time. And if Gordon Ramsay ever talked to me, shit, we going to fist. I don't give a fuck. Get the fuck out of my face. I don't let nobody, I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't let nobody talk to me stupid. Nobody. Gordon Ramsay couldn't teach me shit because I wouldn't let him. The fuck you think this is, some kind of military class? And you see, Marco Pierre White gave him that attitude. And that's where I lose respect for Marco Pierre White when he was younger. Now he's older. Now he's starting to realize that that fucking kind of attitude doesn't carry over. You better be fucking nice and respectful to all human beings. But you want to treat people like shit just to get in good with you. Nah, I don't operate like that. I don't operate like that at all. I hate that kind of mentality. Why do I have so many weapons? You look at them as weapons. I don't. These are the only weapons I have. Only weapons I need right here. My arms and my legs and my mind. The most important weapon is the mind. Yep. So what do you guys want to talk about while I'm live? I'll go up to an hour. I'll go up to an hour. Then I'll cut the live off. Or I might just cut it off now because I said what I needed to say. Play some Call of Duty while I'm here. I worked there for a long time. You might as well say, yeah, I did own that fucking deli. That was my second home. Fucking worked there a whole lot. Worked at that deli a whole lot as a child. Paid my mom and dad's rent. Sure the hell did. Let me play some Call of Duty, man. Ask away. I want to ask you a question. Luther Marshall. I don't know who these people are. Long live Ava Wood. PK Gamer. I don't know if I should snipe. Payback. I think I'm going to use the PP-19. PP-919. Oh my god. All right, PP-919, here I go. They're on the other side already. God damn, man, we killed him just that fast. These dudes aren't even fucking playing. Too slow, baby. That bitch flashbang the fuck out of me. Fuck you. I should have known better. Gotcha. I am fucking these bitches up. Oh shit, I had 3 on me. Kiss my ass, bro. They're gonna be over here. Too many teammates over there. Damn it. Same motherfucker. Alright, now it's time for me to switch to my motherfucking Krieg. Because these bitches shoot me from a long distance. Let's see what you got now, bitch ass motherfucker. That bitch still fucking me up. Come on, man. Got your punk ass. Yes, sir. Them motherfuckers just come out of nowhere. Got you, motherfucker. Let's go. Fucking pussy. Fucking bitch. Oh, yeah, we won. Second place. All right, time to end the chat. Peace the fuck out.